So the question today, does this coil really work? Is it going to give me a big advantage over the 11-inch? Is it going to work? Is it going to work?
Check out Fort Bedford metal detectors.
Alright, so we're going to give this coil a test. You know, I've been hearing good things about this coil. I got this coil for Christmas from my wife, who surprised me with it at Christmas time. Came a little late, but that's alright. So thank you, dear, for the coil. Appreciate it. Hey guys, one announcement I want to make. I am now a member on Patreon. If you guys want to join me over there, for a little as $1 a month, you can watch my videos or anything I do over there before anybody else sees it. Ad-free. There's no ads. You can no more skipping through ads or waiting until ads finish. You can see everything over there ad-free. And what happens is I'll post a special link over on my Patreon page, so any members get a chance to see that first before anybody in the public domain on YouTube does. So don't worry, YouTube folks who don't want to be a member, it's fine. I'll still post videos and stuff over there, over here on my Mental Metal channel, like I always do. But if you're a Patreon member, you're going to see a little extra stuff about me behind the scenes, and I'm giving some really cool stuff away. In fact, the first 20 members on my Patreon page are going to receive a relic from me that I found here near Gettysburg, Antietam, Monocacy, Virginia. So if you're a Civil War fan, you like that kind of stuff, this might be a pretty cool giveaway for you. And there's 2 other levels of membership, so there's the higher you go, the more stuff I'm giving you, and it's really cool. So you should check it out. I will put the link below. It's I think it's patreon.com/mentalmetal-detecting, but I'll put the link for sure at the bottom. All right, let's get out here and test this 15-inch coil before I freeze to death. All right, guys, today I'm going to be in, I believe, Field 2 hunting for relics. I like that program the best. I've been told it's the best for relics. So we're going to switch on over to Field 2. Now, I don't really change much of anything, but we'll go through the settings here. My sensitivities, I'm at 20, or that's volume, sorry. Volume, I keep it 22. It's your preference, honestly. Threshold, I don't use threshold. I'm going to do target tones today. I'm going to do 5 like I usually do. Sometimes I use 50, but today we'll use 5. And accept, reject. I just use the defaults for this. And my recovery speed, I'm going to leave it 5. And we're going to hold this down and see what my iron bias is going to be in 4. So that's how I'm going to use this machine today. That's how I usually use it in Field 2. No big tricks or gimmicks. That's it. Alright, let's go. So I got a 16 signal. It doesn't sound very deep. I'm getting a double skip here. Solid 16, 15. Let's try to pinpoint it. Ooh. Sounds pretty big. Well, let's see what it is. It's going to be right under the surface, that's for sure. Alright, first target's going to be this piece of aluminum. Probably part of a bow and arrow or something like that, or an arrow to bow. Alright, let's keep going. Alright, got another signal here, not far from where I just dug that piece of aluminum, so it could be another piece of it. But it's 17, 16 this time. It's a little deeper, so maybe it's something good. But a lot of junk comes in this, in that number 2 junk range. So this is interesting. I thought I was right on top of the target, pinpointing. You heard it, you saw it, but the target's back here, another piece of that arrow. So that's kind of weird. Maybe I was off a little bit, not that much. Jeez. Oh well, let's put the dirt back in and keep going and get out of this area so we don't hit more of this arrow. Alright guys, I got a really nice signal here. 28, 29. There's a squeak in there. Let's see what happens when we go this way. So it's jumping around a little bit. Just depends on where you hit it, I guess. That's definitely a digger though. So technically it should be right there. Alright, mark that and I'll dig it up. Is that it? What is that? I don't know what that is. So I think that was it. It's got some numbers or something on it. No clue. Could be anything from the farm. But I have found large cents. I have never found a silver coin out here, but I have found a lot of large cents out here. Buttons, all kinds of cool stuff. So that got me a little excited. I thought we might have had a coin there, but no luck. So, but the 15-inch coil hit it pretty good. Wasn't down too deep, maybe 6-7 inches. So not really getting a really good depth test here, but for the most part it's working fine. We're gonna keep going. And I'll give you my full review at the end of the video, so stay tuned. We'll get there. Alright, here's another signal. 16, 17. So you hear it jumping around. I would normally classify that as a piece of junk. But when you're hunting for relics, it could be, you know, you gotta dig those. You just never know what it's gonna be. It's right there. I suspect it'll be some farm junk, but you never know. Oh, I see it. It's gonna be a fired little bullet. So there you go. Wasn't too deep, but I had a hard time pinpointing it. Alright, got a really high, solid 27. Right here. There it is. What's it gonna be? Alright, let's see if it's out of the hole, because just digging with one hand sucks. Nope, still in there. Alright, I'm gonna put you away. I'll be back. Well, there you go. A Budweiser can. I knew it was going to be a can, but I dug it anyway because I wanted you guys to at least hear and see. It pinpointed way too big, and that's kind of how you know. So, there it is, Budweiser can. I will still take that with me. Corn stalks are the worst. Alright, I've turned on all metal modes so you can kind of hear the ground and everything. I got a little squeaker here. Check this out. Hear the iron? Come back. It was sounding better a minute ago. It's all over the place. I probably shouldn't dig this, but I'm gonna anyway because it really sounded like a high, like 30 signal, and sometimes those are silver. So let's try that and see. Let's see if we can pinpoint it. I don't know why. Sometimes the pinpoint does not work very good. Maybe it's just really deep. It shows like it is. Try again. Yeah, I'm not getting anything. There's clearly a signal there. I'm gonna try and dig it right here. I'm gonna dig that hole out. I'm gonna put you down for a minute and then I'll come back. Alright, I dug a pretty big and wide hole here, but my suspicion is it's probably gonna be a nail. You hear that? That's falsing. So you do that. So I don't hear anything. Oh, there it is. And that's what it is. Look at that. A little piece of a nail or a wire or something. So that was the culprit giving me a little squeaker. That happens. That's why I don't dig those. Alright, I have moved out of the cornfield. I just couldn't take it anymore. Wasn't getting any good signals, and that coil is a bear to swing in on the corn stalk. So I gave up. So I'm back here closer to the church. There's a signal in here if I can find it. There it is. So there's something right here. High 30s, mid 30s, 24, I don't know. So we're gonna dig it. If I can find it. Alright, I'm gonna mark it right there at the end of my coil. Well, I'd take a little more out of the hole, but it looks like we got ourselves a coin. It's going to be a Lincoln. It's going to be a wheat cent. So, our first penny. At least it's a wheatie. There's a good 11 signal. Perhaps it could be a nickel. So we'll dig right here, see if it's true. I don't want to dig too many holes in this yard today because it's just muddy. Really, really gnarly. And everything looks horrible when you put it back, so a couple more test holes here and we'll call it a day. Let's see how close we are to that. Get the pin pointer out. Let's back here a little bit. That's one thing with that coil. It's a little difficult pinpointing. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think it's gonna be a nickel. I think it's going to be a piece of trash. There you go. Those 11 signals will get you sometimes. Ooh, listen to this one. This one might be a good one. Pinpoint that. here. It might be a quarter. Maybe might be a silver something. Maybe. I don't know. If it's silver, I'm gonna quit for the day because it's just a mess out here. Oh, there it is. And it's gonna be a quarter. I was getting a little sketched out about this coil at first, but I think in the right conditions, being an open field and not a lot of trash, this coil might be okay. I'm gonna give my full thoughts here in a bit, but I'm feeling a little better about it now, being out here finding these coins. At least I know it finds coins. Alright guys, let's do a quick recap here and go over what I found with the Minelab Equinox 15-inch coil. Didn't find much today. That cornfield sucks. But I came out of the cornfield, just did this little strip of ground here. But I did find a couple things out there. Nothing good. I did find a Budweiser can. I told you I was going to pull it out. I kept it. Piece of foil, some other junk, piece of an arrow or something there. And then when I moved, oh yeah, I did find something like this. I don't know what that is. It has a couple numbers on it. And this doodad thing, I don't know what that is. A couple little bullets. Then I moved out into the little wide open area here, a little strip, and I did find some coins. I got a couple quarters, actually 3 quarters, a nickel, and 2 pennies. One's a wheat. So I was worried in that cornfield I was not getting a lot of good signals. Not surprised. I mean, it's a cornfield. I mean, I know over the ridge there used to be a farm and stuff. We've hunted at and found several large cents, coppers, KGs. A couple people found some silver coins and a real over there. So there wasn't anything much on this side towards this way, towards me. So anything on the other side of that white pole out there is the other property. So I didn't go past the white pole. But let's talk about this coil for a minute. Everything's a muddy mess, as you can see here. Blech. At first, I've used this coil a couple times now. I've used it on a Civil War hunt, and a couple things. I've used it at a pool place where it's all junky, and I've used it here in this cornfield where I knew there would be a bunch of trashy stuff, but not too much. And so I mean, it's the best test you can get. I mean, for me, for my permissions. So what do I think about that coil? Well, a couple things. One, you have to you have to swing fairly slow with this coil. You're not going to be able to swing it very fast anyway. It's too damn big. If you have bad shoulders, this coil may not be for you. My shoulder was burning halfway through the hunt today, but if you stop once in a while, it's okay. It's balanced pretty decent. I'm not going to complain, but maybe you can make a little sling for yourself and hook it up somehow, and that might be easier for you if you have shoulder problems. Pinpointing, I don't know. I did okay with the coins. It seemed do a little bit better with the coins, but out in the field I had a hard time pinpointing for some reason. I'm just not sure why, honestly, but sometimes the pinpoint thing works on this machine and sometimes it doesn't. I don't know if it's a problem with the machine or if it's just me. So overall, do I like the coil? Yes, it has its purpose. I like to use it in wide open spaces. You cover more ground. That is the key with this coil. You're going to get more coverage, and that's really what you want. Are you going to get any more depth? You're going to get about an inch more depth depending on the target you're digging and how you set it up. But for the most part, roughly about an inch. And the coverage, you can't beat the coverage. A bigger coil always gets better coverage. But you're going to lose something when you hit a bunch of trash. You're not going to hear those signals that are in between, those squeakers, those coins or whatever. So it's a trade-off, right? Everything's a trade-off. Your coils are a trade-off. The 6-inch is a great coil for trashy areas, but you don't get the coverage. The 15-inch, you get the coverage, but you can't really use it in those tight areas. So overall, what would I actually pick for my favorite coil? Out of the 3, hands down, I would pick that 11-inch coil all day long. I just think that coil is just made for this machine. It's balanced perfectly, and I don't know, I've had really good success with that coil. I'm really excited to take the 15-inch coil to the beach. I think that's where it'll really pay its dues there. So Oh, one other thing. The coil, all these Minelab coils, you got to have a repeatable signal. That's just, you have to. If you don't, you're going to dig a lot of junk. That's just my personal experience. Just throwing it out there. Alright, that's about it for me. Hey, don't forget, try to check me out on Patreon. If you want to be a member, join me over there so we can have a real conversation about metal detecting and some other crazy stuff behind the scenes. Don't forget about all the free giveaway stuff I'm doing over there. Check out my website, mentalmetaldetecting.com. I will probably put another post out there on these coils, on especially the 15-inch, and maybe all three together. I'm not sure yet. That's in the making. So I'll put that out there and put a link. If I get it done by the time I release the video, it'll be in the description. Alright, so anyway, thanks for watching the video today. Hope you got something out of it. Doing my best here with the weather conditions, but it's pretty muddy today. So we'll get it back out there again, do some more digging soon. But in the meantime, see ya in another mental metal video. Thanks for watching.